Today's stamping theme was to make a pattern look on our nails. Joining us this week is Never Naked Nails Nail Art, LJ Natural Nails, Girly Nails 66, the Leo Diva. This is my design. Now I'll show you how I created it. Let's get started. The polishes I'll be using today are by Zoya. This one is Adele. It's a sheer white. This one is Snow White, which is a little bit more opaque. This one is Willa, which is black. The base coat I use is by Maxus. In fact, I always use Maxus top base coats, and I have a nail strengthener. I love Maxus. So this one is a nail strengthening base coat, and it does help your nail plates stay stronger. However, well hydrated to prevent brittleness. It also helps prevent discoloration, and it has tea tree oil to help fight fungus and bacteria. And the top coat I use all the time is by Maxus. It's called Finito. It is a quick dry top coat, but it also has properties in there that give you a pro finish gel effect, you know, like high mirror-like shine on your nails. And this stuff is incredible. You can get easily 1 week to 2 weeks wear without any chips if you're applying it correctly. The stamping polish I'll be using today is by Moira, and it is black. The stamping plate I'll be using is by Born Pretty, and it is a marble stamping plate. To do stamping, you're going to need a good quality nail stamper. Here's a few that I like, and I'll show them each to you. The first one I'm going to show you is by Maniology. This is the one I use. It is super sticky. See that my finger sticks to it pretty good, and it is squishy, so it picks up all of the image. I like the square look of it, and I like the short handle because you can really see your nail from under it. Plus, if I'm using just like a freeform image, I can usually stamp several nails with one pickup. The next one I'm going to show you is by Queen, and this one is actually really sticky too. You can find this on Amazon. Walmart used to carry it. They don't carry it anymore. So the only place I know of that you can buy it is on Amazon. I like this one because the handle is short, so you can see really well what you're doing. And there is no, I think maybe it came with a plastic back that popped out. So definitely you want the removable back. You want this open. The Maniology one is open as well. You don't want something here that's going to get ruined, or, you know, if you get nail polish on it or you get acetone, you're not going to be able to see through anymore. So those are just something to look out for. I also have this Moira stamper, and this one's like a little blingy one. The bottom pops out. It is firm, but it's a little on the sticky side, so that's good. And you can see through it. It doesn't have the short barrel that I like, but it's big enough, and it's not that tapered that it's going to obstruct your view when you're trying to see where to stamp your image. This is another one. I got this off of eBay. It's some kind of blingy stamper. This part pops off. The bottom pops off. It's got an opaque sticky stamper head that comes with it. And this one is firm and kind of sticky, and not as sticky as the other ones. so I don't quite use it so much. And it doesn't have the really short handle, but it's open enough here that you can see everything you're doing, and it's not real long and not tapered. Probably out of all of these, I would recommend Maniology or Queen if you can get either one of those. I do know that one of my viewers said that they couldn't get Maniology because they were overseas. So that's why I decided to add this to my video so you can see what type of stampers work well. First of all, I want to show you that I did practice this manicure first. I wanted to show you this in case that you're interested in practicing your manicures before you get them on your nails, because sometimes it's a really good idea. So what this is just a piece of a nail mat that I had. I cut it up because I wanted the clear part out of the middle, but I saved all the other pieces like this one to practice nail art on. I also have a couple of others that have nails on them. Like this one is from Uber Chic Beauty, so you can get something like this. It's a small mat, and you can definitely practice your designs on this before you do them on your nails. First thing I'm going to do is apply my Maxus base coat. I'm doing alternating white, black nails. The white one is only going to need one coat of Snow White. So this is Snow White that I'm putting on first, and I won't be using this one. I don't need another coat of Snow White. I'm really hoping the Snow White works because actually I didn't practice. The practice nail wasn't with Snow White, it was with Adele. So I'm hoping that this turns out okay. And I will need 2 coats of Willa because Willa is not very opaque, but I like this black. I don't think it stains my nails as much, or like the skin around my nails. So I like using this one as my black sometimes. I have my nails all ready with 2 coats of Willa and 1 coat of Snow White. Now it's time for the stamping. The first one I'm going to do is right here. Now I'm going to work kind of quick. I have the stamping ink, and I'm just going to put it right on my nails. I'm not prepping like a bunch of stampers at one time because I am going to have to put it on right away while it's still, it's not like really wet, but it's tackier. I'm going to use the same image. What's good about this is I can just turn the stamper and it'll kind of look like a different pattern. I can use some of these other pieces randomly. There. Kind of liking that. For the stamping part, I usually just use my corrector pen dipped in acetone to get away anything left on the edges or sides that I don't want. Now at this point, I have to wait for the stamping to dry pretty good. Actually, if it smears, it's not a bad thing because I am doing a marble. I'm doing a marble look. So if it smears, like if the next coat, which the next coat is going to be Adele because it's a sheer white, so I'll be able to see the, you know, the underneath through it. But, and if it smears it, it'll just be like cooler even. So, but I'm going to wait, to do that because I don't want to smear it too much. Now I could stop here. The nails certainly do look pretty awesome. I love them, but I'm going to take it one step further. I'm going to give it some depth. So I'm going to paint over with a coat of Adele. Adele is super sheer. I want the background just a little bit more faint. I actually could have used a gray nail polish, but I really wanted to do the black. So I'm just going to add one more. These are just thin coats of Adele. Another thing I could have done is I've also could have stamped the image over my base coat and then put 2 coats of Adele. Those are just some variations to this idea in case you're interested in recreating it. Now I'm going to use this image right here. And this is going to go right over the top. I'm going to go with that same design again. Oops. Oops, I got some of the stamping over here. That's okay, we'll just clean it up. For big cleanup jobs, I just use my corrector pen dipped in acetone. For this part, I could have actually used a cotton round or a Q-tip. This is a little bit more detailed, so I'm definitely going to want to use the corrector pen. Probably should have put liquid latex around here. If you're using something like this, you kind of want to wipe off the tip on a paper towel before you go back in, or else you're just going to be smearing black all over. At this point, I could go in with a smudge-free top coat, and if you definitely don't want to smear yours, you can use that at this point. I'm just going to go with my finito. It doesn't look like it's smeared. I'm going to do the white nails first. Just kind of want to float this a little bit. You don't have to have a big amount on there like with some top coats. This one does okay, but I wanted to do the white nails first and then go over the black. Occasionally, if you don't have enough top coat for your whole nail, mine are pretty short, you could end up picking up some of the color from the nail polish. And this, since the brush is black, you don't know. So I usually just wipe it off on a paper towel sometimes, and then just move it on to the next finger. And I'm not getting any type of, I didn't get anything. It didn't smear and get on the brush or anything. Maxus Finito is a great quick dry top coat. Make sure you cap the edges, and it'll last 1 to 2 weeks with no chipping, depending on what you do. This piece of paper, this marbled paper here, was kind of my inspiration. Obviously, it's more gray on the paper than it is on the nails, but this is what I wanted for my nails. I hope you enjoyed the video and the tips and tricks and ideas that I also mentioned. Thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.